7, 8, 9, 10. Peace, everyone. Welcome to the Friday Listening Party. I'm Eric Leo 108, author, rapper, philosopher, and today I'm debuting my brand new track like I do every Friday. This week's drop is called Farming Humans. Now, I have an announcement coming up too, just so in case you want to stick around. Farming Humans is actually a book. These are my books. This is the hardcover, and this is the soft cover. Um, American Inequality and Profit Over People in the Age of Oligarchy. I have a degree in sociology. I'm trying to get into a master's program right now, actually, and get a grant for it. But yeah, I have a song called Farming Humans, the song that just came out today, that is to promote and expand upon and complement this book, Farming Humans. That's because I do edutainment, educational entertainment. I specialize in that, and I call my music Fiance, which intentionally rhymes with science, defiance, and finance. And Fiance is spelled Fiense. Okay. Before we jump in, drop where you're watching from and let me know if you've read the blog post at fiance.com yet. Check out the store. I could really use your support. If you hear something in the track that hits you, type it in the comments. Let's go bar for bar today. And so I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and school right now. The whole thing will be on school and YouTube, but when we go to listen to the track, I'm gonna have to get off Instagram. So let's see. The blog. This is what the blog post looks like. I'll be reading a little bit of it until like there. This is what the blog post looks like. This is what the blog post looks like. So let's see. Who made the beat? Ryanie Beats. Who does it feature? No one. Is it Cosmic Love? It kind of is because of the announcement that I have today. I'd hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news, but they're farming you for humans and money as consumers. So I hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news is really what that's about. That there was a tidbit of Cosmic Love in there, and it has to do with the announcements. So let's see. I'm going to read the blog post right now. Farming Humans: How Capitalism Turns Workers into Labor, Consumers, and Control Systems. Farming Humans is my 148th official release and 231st track published. The beat was made by Rainy Beats and was mixed by Keanu Beats. This track complements and expands upon my book Farming Humans. My book's Farming Humans. And you can find you can find the deluxe bundle along with a bunch of other ones at farminghumans.com. So this track complements and expands upon my book Farming Humans. The book is about how corporations are farming you humans for labor, employment, and money consumerism. Corporations and their CEOs rule the land with their lobbyists, and as the government has been taken over and ruled by corporations like factory farms, it is poor living conditions for the livestock, you, and destroys and pollutes the environment. You can find links to the deluxe bundle at farminghumans.com. I want my fans to know. So, and this is where the announcement comes in. Um, I want my fans to know the distributor I upload all my major features through did an update which resulted in taking down my catalog of major features except two by no fault of my own. This has actually caused me severe mental distress because I can't change it. I've been really upset about this until I figured out that this is why I will be re uploading or relaunching these tracks in 2026. I, I thought and had planned to release every other Friday, but relaunching these will take me almost all year to do it correctly. Some will have new titles and updated cover arts, but it is the same track. Thank you for understanding and thank you for your support. You're going crazy on YouTube. Anyways, um, yeah, that's all I wanted to say about the blog post. Go read the blog post at fiance.com. And yeah, so I have notes here that all my major features are down. My products aren't in my account. My biggest tracks got taken down. I thought I was gonna do less major features. I would just do selective ones, which I am. Um, but I still gotta get these old major features back up. Last week's release was words. The week before that it was handouts. The next release is the What Now 2 album. Yeah. Shout out to all you guys in the comments right now. And I guess that's it for Instagram. And we'll listen to the song right now. Okay, Instagram. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. Until next time, you take care, all right? Bye. It's frozen. Instagram's frozen. Okay, let's see. Will you end already? You're gonna say, oh, I can't play it anymore because it's copyrighted music, although it's your music. Come on, Instagram, shut off. I don't know if it's Instagram or this phone, but well, there was no point of doing the live on Instagram then because it'll shut off and not save if there's music, and then if I get out of the app, it'll shut off and not save either. So this is what happened last time. If you don't immediately save it, it won't show up in your archive. honestly, because I've tried that before. Shut off, come on. Okay. I wanted to go live on TikTok, but I don't know if this phone is working. This is Farming Humans. Help me. They like to see us suffer. Help me. They never see it coming. Help me. All that's promised is work. Help me. I'm just one man in the world. I talk about the place I live like it's a burden, not a gift. You're like an abusive piece of I can't believe I'm with. Trapped in your conditions and you tell me I should listen and feed me some religion and act like I don't get it. No, I see the picture. You don't care about the teachings. You just care about the profiting and shareholder sharecropping. Farming humans, I'm well aware, but the people are deprived of the reasons you bear. Hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news, but they're farming you for labor and money as consumers. Hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news, but they're farming you for labor and money as consumers. Those in the future won't care. The last vestige of your terror will be an uninhabitable planet, and they'll come for your air. I can't wait for the day they put you killers in chains. I just hope you feel the pain of what your actions created. See, capital needs labor to perpetuate the wealth. That's why capitalists want growth of the population and death, so they can control economics and profit off the news stock. And kids can afford the cost to live because they're extracting labor's aggregate. So couples are dinking because they can't afford well, billionaires dodge taxes that would pay for our digs. So what do? To battle the perp, they make abortion illegal and force women to give birth, forcing people to work to survive is a form of slavery, and you're a slave to your work. Hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news, but they're farming you for labor and money as consumers. Help me. They like to see us suffer. Help me. They never see it coming. Hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news, but they're farming you for labor and money as consumers. Hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news, but they're farming you for labor and money as consumers. Okay. Sorry, school. I didn't shut off the noise canceling, so I'm sure you couldn't hear that. Probably just sounds like jumble. I don't know why school made their audio like they do, where it doesn't pick up background stuff, and the music sounds gargled. On YouTube, it sounds great. This phone is still restarting. Help me. They like to. So I talk about it in the Farming Humans book towards the end about my personal situation on living on disability and how it has its challenges. How I basically have no budget or money to work with, which is why I'm trying to get people to join my membership at Fiance.com, which you can find at Fiance.com/memberships. Um, so yeah, I mean it's saying like help me as in like individual like the working class, but at the same time it's like help me, I need, and if you want this message to get to the rest of people, you need to help me. See us suffer. So I'm convinced that, you know, with especially with the new political administration, that they just like to see us suffer. Help me. They never see it coming. and the oligarchs in general don't care if we suffer. It's more about making money. Like I said in the blog post, it's kind of run like a factory farm. So those that like the workers that are being farmed for, it's kind of like industrial farming. Like the humanity goes out of it all to make more money. uh, the land that they live on is like arid and not very inhabitable. Doesn't have grass, doesn't have pasture. um, they're killed in like a processed way. They don't live a good life. It's not that I don't have. It's not that we eat the animals. I'm okay with that. Like, but give them a good life while they're alive. That's what you know. I understand that we have to eat. Things have to eat. So yeah, but like we're the human. We're the livestock basically in this scenario, and it's becoming more and more like an industrial farm. So it's become less and less inhabitable. It's all about making money, and it destroys the environment. One of the leading causes of environmental degradation is, especially in the Amazon and stuff, is beef cattle, like making land for grazing animals and making farms. So yeah. Help me. All that's promised is work. There's no help in America unless you work. Like people don't care. I mean, I talk about how socialism is seen as handouts to the poor when it's really workers' rights over production, and they blame you when you're poor in America. Um, Even though the economy shit and the free market doesn't exist, they'll blame you and be like, "Oh, why didn't?" It's like self. It's like the extreme individualism. What do I want to say? It's something individualism. Um, that uh, you're supposed to make it on your own and everything like that, but there's no means to do that anymore. Like the American dream is dead. It no longer exists. So help me. I'm just one man in the world. I think like my audience feels like that. There are a lot of men, and what can I do? This is what I'm doing to like try and help that. But it can be isolating as like, what could I do that makes a difference? So I think it's still important to think that you can still make a difference, even if it's a small one, even if it's in your family or friends' lives. Uh, you can be that change for those people. So, but I think a lot of people feel that way. I talk about the place I live like it's a burden, not a. So I talk about the place I live like it's a burden, not a gift. You're like an abusive piece of I can't believe I'm with. That's just how I feel a lot of the times. Um, Community comes with money in America. Like everything is transactional. Um, and if you don't have money, you can't really participate in community life in America. I found there's very little places. I mean, if they do play have places where you can do it, hang out and everything like that, they like it's like the government pays for your admission, or it's like public. There's really no public like hangout spots. Like they don't do events every day, and I mean the only thing I can think of is like really is like the library or if they have the community centers, but that's all based off of that's not the federal government, and that's not how like groups or like functional groups function in America. If you're like an abusive piece of I can't believe I'm with. So a lot of times I can't believe like this is what it's come to. It's not so bad if you're a worker. Although workers are exploited, you still have money that you can do things with. Like I don't have that option. Like I don't have disposable income. So like yeah. Trapped in your conditions and you tell me I should listen and feed me some religion and act like I don't get it. No, I see the picture. You don't care about the teachings. You just finish your okay, yeah, what did I just say there? feed me some religion and then act like I don't get it. Like that's like the double standard of Christians in America, where you say you're Christian, but you don't act anything like Jesus. So you feed me some religion and act like I don't get it. No, I get it. Like you want to preach Jesus without actually following any of his teachings. You don't care about the teachings, you just care about the profit. So you don't care about the teachings, you just care about the profit and shareholder sharecropping. Like, yeah. Shareholder sharecropping, farming humans, I'm well aware, but the people are deprived of the reasons you bear. Hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news, but so I don't like telling you people this kind of stuff, but it's just the truth. Like it's just the truth. Um, so I don't like having to like point out that corporations are farming you for consumerism and for money and labor, but that's just what it is. And the fact that everybody ignores it is the reason why it's bad, so I point it out. Farming you for labor and money as consumers. Hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news. We're live on TikTok. Farming you for labor and money as consumers. Those in the future won't care. The last vestige of your terror will be an uninhabitable planet and they'll come for your air. I can't. So, as resources diminish and become harder to like get, there will be wars over these kind of resources. There already is over oil. Water is like the next thing. You for labor and money is consumed. Those in the future won't care. The last vestige of your so I'm talking to like those in power and everything, the oligarchy. Those in the future won't care. They won't. The environment is decent enough now, but pretty soon the whole world will be affected by global warming, and they're going to wonder who did this and why, and then they'll come for them or their heirs. Air will be an uninhabitable planet, and because the planet will be uninhabitable. Come for your air. I can't wait for the day they put you killers in chains. I just hope you feel the. I mean, so many people die from air pollution from like big carbon every year, and they don't see it as, I mean, they're not seen as criminals. So hopefully in the future we'll see that kind of thing as the criminal nature that it is. Last vestige of your terror will be an uninhabitable planet, and they'll come for your air. I can't wait for the day they put you killers in chains. I just hope you feel the pain of what your actions created. Which I do. I mean, what they're cultivating is they're not democratizing the economy. The same people that are the reason for the climate crisis and the sixth mass extinction are the same people that are squeezing you and for inequality and making billions into trillions off your labor. See, capital needs labor to perpetuate the wealth. That's why capitalists want growth of the population and debt, so they can control economics and profit off the new stock of kids. So they want needs labor to perpetuate the wealth. That's why I mean, you can't make money. This is why they want the robots so bad, and they want to control the economy by controlling robots. That's why it's such a race to AI robots. Because then you can control the labor force and make money off the labor force, and that's how, financially you make money, is from labor. And right now they have to get it from humans, so they have to control the labor source. So what they're doing is they're squeezing like the citizenry, while simultaneously, I don't know what I was going to say. Capitalists want growth of the population and debt, so they want growth of the population and debt. Yeah. They need growth because that's what makes the money in the economy. Um, but they want them like to be in servitude and debt, so they're. What was I gonna say about the simultaneously? That was a good point. Can control economics and profit off the new stuff. So they profit off of labor. They profit off of labor. So they're squeezing you while simultaneously. I can't remember. Kids can afford the cost of living because they're extracting labor's aggregate. So while the cost of living is going up, wages haven't gone up. The minimum wage hasn't gone up in like 10 years. So they're basically squeezing you economically. Oh man, that's gonna make me mad. Couples are dinking because they can't afford well, billionaires couples are dinking so they can't afford anything. Dinking means dual income, no kids. And okay, so they're squeezing you economically while simultaneously wanting more kids for labor. So they're burdening the average family so they can extract as much wealth as they can out of you because they control, like lobbyists control the means of power, and there's a flat line on what the citizenry controls, or their influence rather in politics. There's a linear line if you're wealthy, but there's a flat line if you're just a regular citizen, meaning that you can't affect the economy or politics, which is the economy, by being a normal citizen in this country. You have to have money for lobbyists and things like of that nature, or just outright by elections if you're to influence politics. That's the way we've made it in this country. Taxes that would pay for our digs. So we could tax billionaires, and it would give us money to work for, money to work with to pay for social services for those that are less fortunate. But we don't do that. That's socialism. That's not socialism. Socialism is workers' rights over production, but they want you to think it's giving poor people money because they want to control the narrative and they want to propagandize you. So what do? To battle the perk, they make abortion illegal and force women to give birth, and that's the thing. They squeeze you, and then they make abortion illegal because they need more labor power. They need more labor. They need more individuals for labor, but they don't want to make the conditions better, so people naturally want to have more kids. They want to squeeze you of your money while burdening you to have kids, and then force you to have more kids by taking away abortion. It's basically the game plan, and that's put out in books like The Birth Dearth. Jane Elliott talks about this and everything. To survive is a form of slavery, and you're a slave to your work. Hate to be the one to tell you. Yeah, they're farming you. This is what I'm saying. They're farming you. You're not a citizen. You're livestock for corporations. What did I just say in here? Women to give birth, forcing people to work to survive is a form of slavery, and you're a slave to your work. So you're a slave to your work. You think you have freedom, but stop. Where's your freedom to not work and still have a house? Where's your freedom to not work and still have health care? Where's your freedom to not work and go to school and get an education to better yourself? You don't have freedom in this country. Those are like the main things that people like strive for and like do in this country, and you can't do it. You can't do it. They're farming you, and they're burdening you. This isn't life. This is a money making machine. That's what this is. That's what this country is. Hate to be the one to tell you, and I hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news, but they're farming you for labor and money as consumers. It's just what it is. One to break the news, but they're farming you for labor and money as consumers. Help me. They like to see. So I know all this, and I'm trying to disseminate this information or spread this information, but I need marketing dollars. So I need you to support me. And that comes by going to Fiance.com, buying something from the shop, or following one of the funnels to get one of my books, or become a member on the school community, or at Fiance.com/memberships. Fiance spelled FIENSE. Us suffer. Help me. They never see it coming. Hate to be the one to tell you or the one to break the news, but they're farming you for labor and money as consumers. Hate to be. Okay, this is buffering. That's gonna be it. That that's gonna be it. Let's see. Thank y'all for tapping in with me. This has been the Friday listening party for Farming Humans. Remember, go check out the books, hardcover, softcover. I could really use your support. Or go to Fiance.com/memberships. If you want a deeper dive, check out the full blog breakdown at Fiance.com/blog. Stream the Stream the song on all platforms, and don't forget to leave a review for my book or music. Every listen, every comment helps this movement grow. I'll see you next Friday, same time, same vibe, brand new track. Next week's release is the What Now 2 album. Join the school community Helm 108, that's HELM 108, or support at Fiance.com/memberships. Songs, albums, books, both physical and digital merch are available at Fiance.com. Okay, that's going to be it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. Until next time, you take care, all right? Bye. See you, TikTok. Nine viewers. See you, YouTube.